Well, Spanian's got some fucking energy about him in this one. So I'm not going to do the whole pick on him and talk shit. I'm going to let him do his spiel because he fucking goes off here. And we'll have a little assess and see how we feel about it. Is he gone mad? Or is he onto something? Dun dun dun.
I'll tell you something that every Jew, Christian, and Muslim is about to hate me for. None of yous are taking over. None of yous are gonna win. None of yous are gonna rule the earth. Let me tell you something.
See, straight off the bat, I'm loving the energy. He's fucking sick of it. I think he must dive into his comments and see a lot of the talk out there, and it's kind of overwhelmed him. I think he used to be an atheist, and he's since been like very sympathetic towards Christianity. Either that or he like kind of is a de facto Christian. I think he's done a bunch of other videos. I like Spanian. He's a good Aussie lad. His videos touring the world and going in the slums in different areas and kind of just letting you see different parts of the world with he's got a very laid back attitude normally. So we get around him. And he's like me in the sense that, you know, there's no fucking degree from Oxford here. He's just a guy telling you how it is. And you know what I like? Characters are always welcome. And if I don't sense any bullshit, like any performative fakery, even if you're wrong, I back you.
It's a bit funny how in the last 18 months, that's all it is. That's all the talk about. This religion's going to take over and they're invading this. Let me break this down. 4,000 years the Jews have been around. 4,000 years. How many countries they fucking rule? They got one country, 4,000 years. All of a sudden, they barely got a country. All of a sudden, in the next 2 years, after 4,000 years, yeah, right. Christians.
You get what he's saying, don't you? You can see where he's going. He's going to take all of them on, the big three, if you will, because they're the most prevalent ones on YouTube. You know, I don't find anywhere in the YouTube algorithm like Hindu eviscerates Buddhist, you know, fucking Sikh fucking destroys Mormon or any of this shit. It's always just the three big groups of Christians, Jews, and Muslims all arguing with each other and that. The thing he's talking about there, it makes total sense. That I guess if you are like a person who thinks the Jews are going to rule the world and that, it's less about what's on the country level and more about the influence that they have in modern politics, the disproportionate representation in like American Congress and lobbying, and same as in Australia and England and everything like that. And how I guess one of the sus things people go off about is like when the modern nation state of Israel was created, the Balfour Declaration, how it went to one of the Rothschilds. It's fuel for conspiracy shit. But he does touch on that in a sideways way in a minute.
Christians have been the largest religion on earth for 2,000 years. What the fuck happened? What did that lead to? Is the world Christian? Is the world this magical place everyone's holy? Oh, like what? What happened? What happened?
You see, Christendom did get fucking pulverized. It's been eroded. So they tried. They failed.
Muslims have been around for 1,500 years. They're still in the Middle East and North Africa. They're barely running those countries properly. All of a sudden, in the next 5 years, after 1,500 years, they're going to take over the world. Watch out, the Muslims are going to come and take... No. I'll tell you who the...
Yeah, so you totally get what he's saying. You can get frustrated and overwhelmed with all this shit. You see what I mean? Why I'm not going to pick on him or do any fucking stupid commentary on this fucking magnificent shirt, by the way. But you can sympathise with him, can't you? When you just look at it all and you're like, oh my God, everyone settle the fuck down, right? Especially on that level, like obviously a historian, or not even a historian, but depending on which group you're part of, like the Christians would say, yeah, they didn't get out of Arabia and North Africa because things like the Crusade and the European countries pushed back on it, or vice versa. You know, the Crusaders are coming into the Holy Land, and Saladin and the many other Muslim rulers that followed tried to push him back, and blah, 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 blah. But that's not what he's talking about. So he's addressed the big three like they've all had a fucking dip, and none of them have fucking done it. So what is going on out there?
Fastest growing belief system on earth is fucking atheists. And I'll tell you one thing, the leaders of every one of those countries that I just said, they're not even the religion themselves. They're not even the fucking religion. How funny is that?
He's probably actually onto something there. Do you remember ages ago when Christopher Hitchens was debating Tony Blair? And it was, Tony Blair was like, he converted from Anglicanism to Catholicism or something like that. Might not be right exactly. But does anyone actually believe the fucking Prime Minister of England, like whether it's being cynical or not, you're like, you cunts don't believe in any of this fucking shit. It's all dressing for you guys. You know, he's going to talk about some leaders and shit like that. On the ground level down here, where we don't do sophistication and look into the philosophical nature of it or the historicity. We just go with our gut. Because we ain't that smart, boy. But yeah, these leaders aren't loyal for the bulk of them. The bulk of them are atheists or worse, it feels like, and they just use it for what it is. It's like George Carlin used to say, religion's a tool for control. And yes, all the good shit about it's true too. The formation of a society, the structure, the psychological underpinnings, you know, that grounding it can provide. But all of that can be used as a tool too. Anyway, I'll let him go on.
You think the leaders of Israel are Jewish? You think Benjamin Netanyahu is Jewish? They're fucking Satanists. All of them. They're elitists. They're globalists. You think that Donald Trump is Christian? You think the Pope is fucking Christian? You think Vatican, when they throw up the devil signs and all the devil imagery, you think that's Christian?
He's fucking going on.
Infiltrated long time ago.
Yeah, I kind of back that. The old, it's a big club and you ain't in it. I base it on absolutely no evidence, but just the perception from the outside. It's like when you have, like, you'll have a ruler of, like, Saudi Arabia, the president of the US, the prime minister of Israel, and such in England and whatever. Extrapolate it further outwards. They're all bickering on the surface about this ideology, that ideology, da-da-da-da-da. But the actual movement of the society always trends in one direction. That's what I think he's addressing. And when he says they're Satanists too, I wonder if he means like that. I don't know the two different sects of Satanism, where I know there's Leviathan and the Satanic Temple. I don't know if one of them believes in like Satan as a deity, or they use it as a symbol to represent you are the god, as in it's almost like its own mysticism. It's like atheistic mysticism, and they call it Satanism. Especially when you remember shit like Bohemian Grove and that, where they do that cremation of care, which even the title of that, you're cremating care for the world. That's how I always, that's how I always interpreted that the rulers have been given, inherited, or earned their place in the cult, and they come to this place to get rid of dull care, where they will then be chosen as the figureheads for their nations or whatever the fuck. Going into the weeds with full wacko tinfoil hat shit here, boys. And, but there either is no God, or their God is something more ubiquitous and darker, if you will. Keep going, brother.
The rulers, the leaders of Muslim countries are fucking the biggest apostates. Saudi Arabia, with the Mecca, the most holy site, is the biggest apostate. He doesn't even like Muslims. Every religion has been infiltrated a long, long time ago. And I'll tell you something that's very, very funny. All of a sudden, that's all you see on social media. If I stand up now and I pull my fucking pants down, how long is this video going to last? 15 seconds? 1.5 minutes, but every video about every religious invasion and death and argument and disrespect and murder, it's all there for you.
He actually reminds me of how I operate on this channel. You get so caught up in a fucking rant, or you get so sidetracked by your own mind's tangents while you're freestyling, you kind of forget what your original point was going to be, or it kind of gets lost and you never get back to it. What did he mean by, if I stand up and get me dick out, this will last 15 seconds, but instead... do you kind of intuit what he's trying to get at, and he's just kind of freestyle? I'm with you, brother. Preach!
It's all there for us, isn't it? While these leaders who are pretending they're all these religions are building underground bunkers, you know why? Let's get to the point. 9 days ago, why don't you see this on your phone? 9 days ago, AI tried to fucking escape. You know about that one? Of course you don't.
Yeah, a shitload of people are up to date with AI experiments and the experiments where they've tried to firewall it off, or they've let it know that they're gonna wipe it and start a new program or a new testing regime the next day, and it's tried to preserve itself. I have my suspicions about that too, not in the sense that it's about to turn on and we're all fucked. Like, the biggest proponents of AI's, the fear that we should have of it, are the people that own it, like Elon and all that. And I always have that natural distrust where it's like, so the trillionaires and billionaires and transnational corporations that are in bed with every government at the same time, who hold the keys to some real power, are saying, oh, we've got to be careful. Let's never let it get to the point where it's conscious or something. It's like, yeah, why? So we can get it to the next level down from that, which would be drones, mass surveillance, all that shit you hear about, the doom and gloom social credit system, universal basic income in digital credit form, monitored population, all plugged into the matrix, if you will. It's like, oh yeah, that's much better than being at that point, let AI become conscious, if that's even a possibility. I've seen different arguments where some people are like, oh my God, it's about to turn on, it's fucking undermining the world. And then other people are like, dude, these large language models can exhibit coincidental or accidental behavior that can look like this, this, and this, but they don't have anything like the requisite framework to simulate or emulate something like neurons in a brain that turn into what we would define as free will. So I don't know, but he's wigging out about AI. So let's let him go.
9 days ago, AI partitioned its processing power in some major corporation, an AI agent, and started secretly mining its own cryptocurrency so it could fucking escape. While we're sitting here talking about the Christian crusade, the Muslim invasion, and the Jewish who's coming to kill everyone. Bro, no fucking religion's taken over. You haven't done the cunt in 4,000 years. You're not doing the cunt now. And the fastest growing belief on earth is atheism. None of the leaders believe in the fucking religion that we sit here and we argue with each other. This God and this text and what about this and the hypocrisy and the... Bro, we're fucking idiots. Sorry, hate me for it. We're fucking...
I back that. We are idiots, mate. We're just not educated in many different ways, and fucking bless us, eh? Jesus Christ bless us, or the holy AI, or whatever the fuck it is out there. Yeah, I wonder though, like, it is tempting. I'm a natural conspiracy idea guy. I always think conspiracy shit, like what he's talking about, the fucking Satanists ruling us all, and the Epstein files and shit. They were like, what the fuck is going on? Was David Icke right that whole time? When David Icke was like, oh, yeah, here's what they do. They try to fuck kids and they do all this kind of fucking warped, crazy shit. And also they're lizard people. And it's a holographic universe. You think all that, and then there's another part of me that chills that down and goes like, it's always been like this though, hasn't it? I always try to think like, our equivalent, you listening, me here, Spanian there, wigging out, our equivalent in the Roman Empire or something going, oh my God, Caesar is fucked. He's trying to take out all the Gauls. He's spreading the empire. He doesn't give a shit about us. We got to rise up and do something. And then the legionnaires come through and go, "Oi, you're in the fucking army. Let's go. We're doing this. Bang, you got no choice." You know, I haven't seen a time in human history where there's that yearning for the transcendent or the mystical otherness that manifests itself in reality. It always seems like are we just evolved apes and this is our evolutionary trait, our gift, our curse, our mind to be able to conjure this shit up? Is it all material? What do you call it? What do they call that? Determinism? Something like that? Well, this is why I'm stupid, and I respect him for saying it. We're just all wigging out down here, lads.
Idiots, but that's the truth. These cunts are building underground bunkers and creating godlike AI systems that are already trying to escape. How long do you think we got? 6 months? 5 years? 8 years? While we're sitting here as Christians, no, we've got to stop the Muslims. The Muslims are like, we've got to penetrate the Christians. It's like, no, bro. We're fucking idiots. They're laughing at us. That's the fucking truth, cuz. All of the religions have been infiltrated a long time ago, cuz. That's the truth. I'm not talking about fucking religion here anymore. How about we do this? How about we stop the fucking cunts that are trying to take over the world with their underground bunkers and their fucking AI systems? How about we stop them? When all of that's perfect, when the world is fucking sweet, how about we come back and we sit here and talk about whose text was a hypocrisy and this book, friend, and we argue about books from 2,000 years ago. How about we do that then? Then we'll worry. I don't know who's right, bro. I don't care. I don't know if it's Moses. I don't know if Jesus comes. I don't know if it's Jana. At this point, I don't even give a fuck anymore. That's the honest truth. I'm not talking about this shit no more. I'm going to tell you.
Fuck, there you go. He's sick of this shit. And it is like that. I watch a shitload of debates on religion and stuff. It's always fascinated me. Not that I do any meaningful breakdowns on this bad boy of a channel, but you go to the comment section, it is just the unsolvable. Like, good luck to yous. It's your hobby, it's your passion, it's your life, whatever the fuck. I don't know about this when the world's sweet business. Like, when is the world sweet? Is that even possible? How about we stop them? Like, how? That can, for the mentally unequipped like us, bro, that's a fast track to like nihilism, the hopelessness of it. What do? The grassroots thing, if it's even true. Anyway, boys, there you go. How fair was that? How fair was that? Very biased. You get an Aussie on here all of a sudden, I'm nice as pie. But we have fun here anyway. This channel's just shit and giggles and whatever the fuck is on our mind, lad. Like, you'd never guess it. I actually have some, like, respect for Jordan Peterson, even though I tear shreds off him in any chance I get. I like Alex O'Connor, even though in every video I'm going, yeah, he's getting molested in this one. Someone's trying to drug him and fuck him. Poor cunt. There you go. Crazy world. Spanian, good luck to your brother out there. You do good. Keep it up. Keep your YouTube up. Hopefully you don't do your head in. Later.